Jacqueline Church on Foodable TV Side Dish. Seems like everywhere you go today, people are talking about eating local. The topic of eating local tops restaurant trend stories year after year. Today we're going to visit 2 rooftop farms here in Boston and see how local growers are helping Boston restaurants feed the growing demand for eating local. Thanks for having us here today. So I'm here on Foodable TV with John Stoddard, one of the founding farmers of Higher Ground Farm. Thanks so much for taking time to talk to us today.
My pleasure.
You know, this eating local trend, it's just so popular, it's not going away. I think restaurants are sort of scrambling to figure out how to feed that growing demand for eating local, and I'm really excited for us to learn today about what you're doing here at Higher Ground. So tell me when you got started.
So we started in like 2011, and it was really a matter of first finding a roof. So we basically were biking around the city looking for areas where there were large like commercial buildings.
Yep.
And then using Google Earth to look at the roof to see if it would be suitable.
So what kind of volume or acreage are we talking about here?
So our lease is on 1.25 acres of roof, and we're only using probably 1/4 to 1/3 of that. It's just, you know, what we could afford to set up essentially.
Right.
So we have room to grow, and we plan to do that. But right now, like I said, it's probably about 1/4 or so of our space, and we've produced probably in 2 years about 5 tons of food on that.
Wow. And we're kneeling in the herb garden here. Very excited to talk to you about what Higher Ground is growing, who you're supplying, and so on. So John gave us a little bit of how you got started. Talk to me about sort of what's in demand in the restaurants. I know people love eating local now.
Yeah, we're really lucky. I know John mentioned about how we have a lot of chefs that we're in contact with on a regular basis, and a lot of what we organize in the crop plan is for their restaurants. So one of the big things that chefs always want are fresh herbs, which are a really easy thing to grow. You don't need to grow large amounts of them to get large yields, which is great, and they're kind of usually something that you can continually pick off throughout the season. And you know, the chefs just love to have different things to add at the end of plating to give things a really fresh, vibrant flavor, and I think that that's where the herbs really come into play.
So thanks so much for having on Foodable TV Side Dish here at Higher Ground Farm today. I'm so excited to learn more about what you're doing in the restaurants that you're supplying. I'm going to be looking out for your produce on the dinner plates when I go out to eat now, but it's really been great to get to know Higher Ground Farm.
Well, thanks, Jackie. We're really happy to have you and show you around the farm today, and hope you can use these radishes tonight for dinner.
Yay. My favorite sort of bouquet. We're here at Fenway Park to take a look at Boston's unique spin on farm-to-table dining. Let's see what's happening at Fenway Farms. So we're here at Fenway Farms on a beautiful day with Senior Executive Chef Ron Abell. Thanks so much for joining us today on Foodable TV Side Dish.
Thanks for having me.
I'd love to have you tell us a little bit about how this started and what you're growing here at Fenway Farms.
Well, I've been here since 2006, and we've always done the farm-to-table thing. We've used local farmers, and we still do that. But we've always looked at these areas and said, wouldn't it be great if we had a garden out there? And Linda Henry kind of made it happen for us. So this is the first season that we've had this. So we've been kind of learning as we go. And if this is a barometer of how gardens should look, then I might as well chop mine down right now, because all my stuff's about this big, and Fenway Farms is, as you can see, it's unbelievable. Like a lot of the crops out here, Jackie, we try to use the whole plant. So we will use these tops to make purees, to throw them in the salad. And we're doing a dish tonight in an event where we're taking these and then we're cooking them and we're fork mashing them and adding some olive oil, a little bit of garlic, some harissa, some cumin, a little lemon juice, and we're gonna put those on a crostini with a little bit of this carrot tops and some dukkha, which is, you know, like a nut and seed mixture. So a little North African thing going on.
Beautiful. We're talking about using the whole plant, and we were going to look at beets, but they've already been harvested. But I understand that you're already using them in the kitchen, so maybe we can go to the kitchen and see how they're being used.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We're gonna do a beet crostini here. Some Vermont goat cheese. There's some golden and some red beets from Fenway Farms. Teeny bit of the beet greens. Put a little nasturtium flour on here. Virgin olive oil. Beet crostini.
Well, that's it for On Foodable TV Side Dish. Today's Boston's take on rooftop farm-to-table dining. And we saw right here our beloved Red Sox doing 4,000 pounds of organic grown produce right inside Fenway Park. Join us again next time on Foodable TV Side Dish.